Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances that are usually very good value for money. They smell good, you're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the brand Axis. And this is in particular called Axis Oud. Is edited toilet 100 ml, is targeted for men, and in United Kingdom you can find it around under £15. So it's one of those very affordable fragrances. The brand Axis is, I think it's there's a shop in United Kingdom. It's called the Perfume Shop, and I think they own this brand, or somehow they are connected to it. So you can easily find it if you go to the Perfume Shop website and do your research. You will come up very easy, and at the moment it's around £13 or so. For that price, it's really good. For this price you don't expect much, but it gives you more than what you expect. So this one is targeted for men. Yes, it is masculine, but it could be easily worn with ladies because it's got some elements that it makes it quite unisex. But overall, it's a little bit on the masculine side. Actually, it's very dark. Anyway, so for that money, it's very good. I unboxed and reviewed the original of this, which was about 8 years ago. And it was a beast, and I'm happy to say it still performed very well. On my skin went up to 8 hours easy. On t-shirt goes over 10 hours easy. And in terms of performance, in terms of projection, an arm length of projection for 2 hours or so, and slowly will subside. You always have a small bubble, a small cloud and a small trail behind you. I put 5 sprays of this, and it was enough for me to smell it all day. And also the wifey liked it, by the way. But if you want to go outside and people smell you from the other side of the road, you may need a little bit more. So this one is better suited for cooler weather because it's dark, it's dense, but it's one of those fragrances that it could be used all year round, but obviously you have to control the trigger in warmer weather less, in cooler weather more. In terms of age, I would say 25 and up to be in the safe side, because again, it's in a way the composition is in a way that it is better appreciated with a maturer nose. In terms of occasion, this is completely versatile. You can dress it up, dress it down. You can use it formal, informal, day, night, special occasion, casual. So very, very versatile. So let me read the ingredients. I would take it from there. So ingredients, it says incense, leather, oak moss, labdanum, patchouli, iris, black pepper, amber, cumin and rose. So you can tell where it's going. It is quite dark. It's not super dark, but it is quite dark because of those incense. So the biggest player when it hits you is the incense. Incense is massive in here, so it's one of the biggest player. After the incense are the spicy notes, especially the cumin in here, again quite noticeable. And also what it doesn't mention in here is little bit of balsamic feel to it, as much as balsamic, a little bit of camphorous feel, definitely balsamic, and also a little bit on the powdery side, little bit on the smoky side, and a little bit on the dusty side. So for £13, this is quite interesting fragrance overall. Leather, the leather is noticeable from beginning to the end, but the leather here is quite soft. It's not a rugged leather, it's not a huge, massive in your face leather. It is in the background mainly to lift everything, to give everything a lift, to let it and just carry on. but it is noticeable, you know, if you dig your nose to it. Labdanum. So the labdanum and the incense here giving it that smoky and dark feel. So overall, it is dark. It is smoky, and but again, it's not hugely dark. It's, in terms of darkness, if the darkest fragrance is 10, this is around 5 or 6. So it is quite dark, but it's not overly dark. And the amber here is, again, it's a fluffy amber. It's quite a resinous amber, but it's not as deep, dense amber. It is quite on the fluffy, on the effervescent side. Rose and iris here giving it that body of florals, which makes it quite on the unisex side. The florals done very well in here for, again, for £13. These, you know, very well done. The only thing I could think of, if some people might not like it because of that balsamic and the camphorous feel, it is a little bit on the unusual side. So the combination of the incense, the balsamicness and the camphorousness of it, that dark green of it, it makes it a little bit, it could be a little bit challenging for some noses, but for me it's very, very easy going. So overall, yeah, patchouli, definitely you can feel the patchouli here. Again, that body of patchouli giving it earthiness and also giving it a little bit of chocolatey feel overall. Pepper, cumin, and also a little bit of cinnamon I feel, you know, when I smell it. Yeah, definitely cinnamon in here. So cinnamon, cumin and the pepper giving it that spicy aspect, that kick, especially from the beginning to the mid. That spiciness is very, very apparent, plus the incense. When it dries down quite woody, quite leathery, but from the beginning to the mid is the darkest, but later on get a little bit brighter, not much, little bit, and also gets woody, and the woods in here are sandalwood and cedar combination. So and again, it's very friendly, it's very you know, non-challenging. The only challenging bit is the camphorous and the balsamicness and also the incense. These three combination together, it could be presenting some challenge for some noses overall, but overall is, to me, is quite safe. So the conclusion is, for £13 you can't beat it. I won't say it smells very expensive, but it smells respectable. It smells somebody sat down and thought about this and constructed it, and it's not just an afterthought. It's not just put something and just you know, give it out to sell, you know. So somebody sat down and thought about how to make this, and that is apparent in here. You can tell somebody was really, I won't say passionate, but somebody said, okay, even though it's a cheap fragrance, let me give them something good, and it is showing. The perfumery is good, the ingredients for £13 is good, and the balance between the notes are quite acceptable and nice, and overall is not harsh. I mean, in the beginning, maybe the first 2-3 minutes you get a little bit of alcoholic feel, a little bit of sharpness and alcoholic feel, but that's it. After a couple of minutes it will settle down and it becomes a very good fragrance. So for the money, yes, I absolutely recommend it, but you have to like what I mentioned in the video. So you need to like the incense, you need to like the dark fragrances, you need to like that balsamic and the camphorous feel to it. You need to like a little bit of earthiness in here, pepperiness, spicy tinge to it, and a floral body as well to give it this little bit of softness in the mid. And also when it dries down to a leathery, soft leather, but leather plus some sandalwood and cedar, little bit of woodiness. Overall, for £13, smells good. For £13, perform well. For £13, I don't think you can beat it. But again, it's one of those buts. It's not for everybody. This is not just. Obviously, for £13 you're not going to break the bank. Even if you don't like it, you can pass it on to somebody else, you can gift it. But Is it blind buy worthy? It could be tiny bit of risk in here if you are a youngster, if you are somebody who is into their freshies only, and somebody who's just starting fragrances, just have one or two fragrances in their collection, or they are very very young, or they only like fresh fragrances. This one could be a little bit on the strange side or a little bit on the challenging side, but overall I like it. For £13 I think is a no-brainer. I highly recommend it, and I think for that price you can't beat it. Okay guys, if you have it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They are amazing value for money, they smell good, and they are hidden gems. If you like to purchase one of my own fragrances, yes, one of my own perfumes. I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line of perfume. It's called the Scent of Persia because the ingredients are come from my country, Iran, Persia. We were the first country in the world to 5,000 years ago to produce perfumes from perfume oil from flowers and sell it to others. So we've been doing this for more than 5,000 years. We know exactly what we're doing. So the ingredients are one of the best in the world, if not the best. I bring them here, I mix them together, come up with concoctions, and 18 of them in my collection. Each of them are unique, each of them are mesmerizingly beautiful, each of them are very mysterious, very unique, very artistic, 100% natural, amazing value for money, beast mode, ultra beast mode, but you need to live in the United Kingdom in order to purchase them. I leave them in the link as well. Thank you very much, and I see you later. Bye bye.